The video you're about to watch is actually a small excerpt from a much longer video I did a while back, basically entitled, "Why Didn't They Tell Me That Before My Transplant?" If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comments below, or maybe even consider going over and watching the entire video in its context. I promise you there's a ton of information there that you'll want to hear about. I'll move on to another one here because they bring up the next subject we've already mentioned. But Jason Crutcherly, I'm sorry if I mispronounced that, says ICU Delirium. And boy, Jason opened up a can of worms with this one right here. There are a number of people who definitely felt that way. Rob Goodwin talks about how he seriously thought he had permanent brain damage. John Elm talked about he felt like he was kidnapped by aliens. Kim Jackson gave a lot of information here and says that everything seemed so surreal. It just didn't seem real at the time, and says that even now, 11 months post, that she's still struggling with some of that and wondering if she's ever going to get her memory completely back or whatever. But yeah, the struggle is real on that. I've got a couple of videos about ICU Delirium. I'll tell you this, that's not been there doing that for me. I have not experienced that, but I have witnessed it because I've gone into CICU so many times. I've visited with patients. Wow, unbelievable what people can go through, and it is so real. I'm not even going to say you think it's real. It's real, folks. If you're experiencing something to that level, to that extent, that's fear and panic and not being able to comprehend or understand is so real. But I've got a video that helps, at least with the family side of things, on how you can help with that. And really, it's more for helping the family get through watching a loved one experience it. But Kim, to you, to Jason, to everybody else, there are more comments right here. It just keeps expanding out. Let me see. Cindy Arden Benton says, my husband had artwork from the grandkids on the wall, and he thought that they were walking around all over the room. And yeah, the experiences just keep coming here. Man, it's tough. There's no doubt. I think ICU Delirium is the thing that is probably the most difficult to deal with emotionally. For sure it is, and should probably be talked about a little bit more. I don't know what they would do. Again, I want to be positive here again, but I think that people should sit down in the educational part of this, going into it, at least with your family, and say, look, we may have some issues here about that going on. Because when you're in an ICU for that long, you've been under that much anesthesia, that many pain medicines, the different things on board, it just puts your body in a shock, and that happens more often than not, actually. Again, I didn't experience it, but I definitely have witnessed it from time to time. Now,